How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I showed you the step-by-step how to install the Barkbusters handguards on your CRF300L. Let's get started. So before we get started, let me just show to you what's included in this kit, which is specific for the CRF300L. So you're gonna get the bar itself, so that's the wraparound bar that connects here on the side and connects to the center of the handlebar. So here it's already pre-connected, but these are two separate parts, and then you have the connecting screws. You also have an aluminum spacer and a screw, and that's the one that goes here on the side. We're going to have to cut the handlebar in order to connect this to the handlebar. And the plastic cover itself you buy separate. You simply attach it to the aluminum bar, and then you have some different models. I've chosen the one which is the jet model in red color, but then you have different models based on what kind of riding you're going to be doing, the kind of protection that you want. The first thing we need to do is to remove the original handguard that comes with the motorcycle. This is the screw that we have to loosen it. Also underneath you have a nut that goes underneath, and the size you need here is a socket number 10 or wrench number 10. If your throttle cable is on the way, so you cannot access this screw, you can just use a wrench number 14 to unscrew it, and then you can move it out of the way. And as you loosen this screw, just have your hand here nearby so you can hold the lever as you loosen it. Now that it's time to reconnect the lever, I have two recommendations for you. First, on this screw pin in here that you have removed, on this area that is smooth here right in the center, I'm going to put some grease since I already have it off in any case. And as we have removed the handguard was creating an extra thickness and creating some protection against the lever holder here that's now on your motorcycle. So I'm going to just add a washer on this screw just to help dissipate the energy as we torque it. And underneath you now just fit the nut on the opposite side. After reinstalling, just check that everything is working correctly. Now here on the left side, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's nothing too complicated. First you're going to need the socket number 8. Now we have to remove the side mirror. You need a key number 14. You loosen the top nut. For this screw you're going to need an Allen key number 5. And now we need to disconnect a nut that is right underneath. Now you can already pull the handguard off. Now you're going to remove this mirror adapter with the key number 14. You're going to get rid of this part, reconnect the adapter, reconnect the mirror, reinsert this screw, remove this screw, put some grease on it. This is optional, but since I'm already here, I'm going to do it. And on the opposite side of this screw, you're going to reconnect the nut. Just check that everything is working properly. So here you can see the spacer that is going to sit against your handlebar side. So we're going to have to cut this rubber here, and it gives you an idea of how much you have to cut around. Now you're going to cut a hole in here so we can expose the handlebar. And try to do it as neatly as possible. So here you can see that there's plenty of space now. So now you're going to roll back on the grip. And we're going to cut about 2 to 3 millimeters towards the inside. Here's what you have to pay attention. This spacer is going to make contact only with the handlebar. So only the black part that you can see in here, only with the handlebar. The reason why you cut this white section here, this white plastic, and it goes a little bit on the inside, so actually you can see the handlebar, the top of the handlebar, you can see it in here. The reason for that is that now there is no chance that the spacer can touch the white tube, because the white tube has to be free at all times so you can twist the throttle. Now I'm going to take the aluminum bar and I'm going to simulate that I'm going to install the aluminum bar. So you have the screw, goes through the aluminum bar, and you have the spacer. So this would fit like this. So what I have done now, I have just fixated the aluminum bar, but here only on the side. I didn't fixate on this point, just on this side. And here's what you have to pay a lot of attention. You see, I haven't trimmed any of the rubber of the grip. So when I twist the throttle, you can see that it makes a little bit of contact against the aluminum bar. Now, to be fair, it is not blocking the aluminum bar. It is not blocking my throttle. It is working perfectly. But that's what you don't want to have. Okay, this is risky for you, because you don't want to be riding and then for whatever reason this aluminum bar moves a little bit, and then you open the throttle and then it catches the friction here against the aluminum bar, and then your throttle doesn't snap back. So I'm just going to trim a little bit here on this side where I can see that there's potential to touch the grip. So here you can see how much rubber I have taken off. So I'm happy what I'm seeing here. There's no touch whatsoever with the aluminum bar. So now you're going to loosen these two screws. You're going to need the socket number 8. So now we are ready to fixate this side of the bar. You're going to take the support, which is curved towards the inside of the motorcycle. So not the one that is curved towards the outside, but if you look here, the shape, it is not straight. As I put it here, it kind of bends towards the inside. So this is the one that goes on the right side. So I'm going to try to line it up more or less here in the right position. Once you are happy with the position of the support, you can fixate the support using the two provided screws. The bottom screw is the longer one and the top screw is the shorter one. I can also fixate the front screw using a hex key number 5. Now I can reattach again the mirror. Now here you can see on the opposite side, it's going to be easier because we don't have to deal with the throttle. So all you have to do is to once again cut a piece of the rubber so you can insert your spacer. Now once again, let's fixate the support on the opposite side. Now that you have fixated all the screws, so the top one, side one, and here at the top, same thing on the opposite side, that your mirrors are fixated, let me show to you what you want to achieve. So that's more or less the position. See, this bracket goes underneath the cabling. I prefer to put my throttle cables also underneath, so they pass underneath, connected on the side. This aluminum bar should be more or less level with the sphere of your lever. So never should be up, otherwise it's not going to protect. So more or less level with it. So here you can see from underneath. Same thing on the opposite side, level, and there should be space to operate them freely. So in my case I have opted for the jet protectors. You can also have a different version from Barkbusters. You need 2 screws and there are two little holes in the aluminum bar that you're going to screw them in. And that is the step-by-step on how to install the Barkbusters handguards on your CRF300L. If this video was useful to you, or if you like this type of content, really appreciate it if you can leave your like, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.